You all know that game for the GameCube called Super Smash Bros. Melee, right? The fighting game with all the Nintendo characters, Mario, Fox, Kirby, Ganondorf, etc. Well, you can find all of the scripts, models, textures, and files in the game if you can access the files using a program. One script called char.txt contains all the variables and movesets for the in-game characters. Each character has a txt file that refers to their models in a folder called char. In order to add my texture hacks, I needed to copy all the files to my computer. While copying, I noticed that there were 26 items, but I was sure that there were only 25 characters. To make sure, I explored the file names. All of the normal files were there. There was Sea Falcon, Falco, D-Kong, then I came across Hhidaka. I opened the file and noticed his variable number happened to be 666. I assumed they must have randomly generated the numbers, otherwise it had been between 1 to 26. His texture file was located in ESSBM textures/character/model texture/Hhidaka. The contents of the folder were quite disturbing. What I saw was a PNG file of a Japanese girl dressed like a hooker. She had been stabbed and mutilated to the extreme, especially in her stomach. It was cut clean. It was called Hhidaka.png and was the main model texture. I absolutely couldn't believe my eyes. Why the hell would that be on disc? I eventually remembered that I had bought this used from a flea market. It had no instruction booklet. It was replaced by what I thought might have been cheat codes or walkthrough written on a sheet of printer paper. I got out the case and unfolded the cheat codes. Instead of cheats, I saw some Japanese writing. I couldn't translate it at the time, so I went back to the computer. I checked the script and saw that Hhidaka was a hidden character. To unlock him, you had to, from what I understood, KO the purple-colored Peach 4 times in a row without taking damage, while playing Ganondorf. I found it odd, but I ended up doing it. After KOing Peach for the 4th time, it went to the new character screen. Instead of a battle, it showed a video of a Japanese woman who murmured things in Japanese. A knife was in her eye. Because my parents were home, I quickly turned the volume down and waited. I did not dare to look full on, but I did peek every now and then. It went on for 4 minutes until the sound of a gunshot rang out, and a woman's head jerked back. Then it cut to black. It displayed 2 things on the screen. Hiroki Hidaka's taste for blood shall be quenched, and you have gotten the HH trophy. I looked in the trophies but found there wasn't an actual trophy displayed. The description was still there though. It said, "Finding this was your mistake." At this point my GameCube restarted itself and went to the normal Super Smash Bros. Melee menu. There wasn't any music or sound. Now that I think about it, but I began a match. I chose the thumbnail-less Hiroki Hhidaka and pitted myself against Kirby. Corneria was the stage. Nothing happened for a moment before text popped up on the screen that said, "Finding this was your mistake." My finger immediately went for the power button. I must have pressed reset instead, as the game didn't shut off. I could hear the disc spinning rapidly, as if trying to play Crysis 2 on a laptop. The TV started displaying the same Japanese woman with the knife in her eye, but instead it was a still image. There was a caption that said, "Play as Hhidaka, and this could be you." I later found out the Japanese text on that paper that came in the game's case translated to that exact same words, and was even signed by Hhidaka. It turns out, he's a Japanese serial killer who was executed on December 25th, 2006. that was the same Christmas I bought the game. I don't know, man. This creepypasta isn't really that good. But I will give it props for including some real life elements into this creepypasta. There is that last thing at the end is actually 100% true. There was a serial killer that was named Hhidaka, who was executed on December 25th, 2006. From April to September of 1996, he robbed and killed 4 women. He was arrested on September 21st, 1996. Yeah, he killed 4 people in the span of 4 or 5 months. April, May, June, July, August. 5-6 months, 4, 5, 6 months, 4 to 6 months, I don't even know. He was sentenced to death on February 9, 2000, but then he finally was executed by hanging on December 25th. So, he was 44 years old. So, that's what I will give it. That's what I'll give the creepypasta props for, is to include some kind of real life element to it. But again, the whole thing about the character, it was a hidden text and hidden character in the game with the letters, with the numbers. The variable number happened to be 666. Come on. That is so cliche. And I like the fact that it does kind of go a little bit, I guess you could say, technical with the game, because you can, obviously there is a way you can hack into, I guess, the Smash Brothers games where you can pretty much change the moveset of certain characters. Like, you could make Pikachu tall as very, very tall. You could have him look like Slender Man with his legs and arms. Like, you could really hack into the game and change and swap movesets. But honestly, if there was actually a character like that in the game, we would have known way long ago. And the reason why I say that is because there's a huge history when it comes to Super Smash Bros. Melee and hoaxes. Does Sonic and Tails ring a bell? Remember that when, what was it? Electronic Gaming Monthly did a April Fool's prank on everyone with the Sonic and Tails hoax. The infamous hoax, you know. The hoax was you had to kill 20 enemies in Cruel Melee. And then you can get Sonic and Tails. But then they tried to do it again, this time with oh, they made a mistake in the type up. It's actually 200. Still no sign of them. But that's not the only hoax that a lot of people fell for. There was also that hoax with Toad. Remember that one as well? The one with Toad? Because back in the day, we didn't have, like, the internet wasn't really that, like, there was no YouTube. There was none of that. The internet was in its infancy. Like, you wouldn't know if that was legit. If it was legitimate that Toad would be a playable fighter in the game. You didn't know. That was the thing back in the day. But, you know, like, and you know what's funny too? Like, the guy who came up with the Toad hoax is like, said, "Oh, the Sonic and Tails one was bullshit. This is the real deal." A lot of typos and shit. Oh my god, like, come on, dude. If you're gonna plan to hoax everyone with something like that, learn how to spell correctly and have proper grammar, you dummy. Oh, rumor. It was rumored.
April Fools. That was the one with, Toad. Yeah, the Sonic and Tails hoax and the Toad hoax. Oh, the Toad one you had to, I think it was, you had to shoot every name in the credits. You had to get a perfect score during the credits minigame. Oh my god. The method was disproved by the save ad, like it was disproved. Who knows? Like, it's just fascinating how back in the day shit like that was going on. I'm pretty sure that's why the author of the story probably made the story, because based on the whole rumor and hoaxes of the Toad is in Smash and the Sonic and Tails were in Smash hoaxes back in the day. I'm pretty sure that's probably why they did this. The author did that. But honestly, this creepypasta is okay. Not great, it's okay. A lot of cliches, like the variable number was having to be 666. And again, I bought this from a flea market. It didn't have its instruction booklet. Like, come on. Like, it sounds like freaking Ben Drowned or something. Like, jeez. Like, it's like that one creepypasta I remember hearing about. It was a Super Mario 64 one, and it starts off literally like the first paragraph. Like, I was just happened to look on the internet about Super Mario 64, then a pop-up ad came up to buy Super Mario 64. Literally the first paragraph. Already a cliche. Like, come on. Honestly, this story is an okay story. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. It's not great. Honestly, if this was the author's very first story, there's definitely room for improvement. But I will give the author props with the whole thing with the Hiroki Hidaka stuff. It's not as plausible, you know? Because we would have known if these files existed in the game. We would have found them by now. I'm pretty sure people have found all the files in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And probably found out who's going to be in Smash Bros. Besides Joker from Persona 5. Like, I'm pretty sure they already know what's happening there. But they can't say anything because they will be banned from YouTube. But anyways, I think that's it for today. So, I hope you guys enjoyed today's creepypasta reading. Now, I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure that you're probably going to be wondering what creepypasta is next for me to read. Well, I'm going to leave that up to you. Any creepypasta out there that I should read that is really good, not lengthy, like any creepypasta really, I'll look into it. Please leave your suggestions in the comments. And I know I keep saying this every creepypasta video, that I've always wanted to read this. And it's the Showers creepypasta. It's a lengthy one too, but I just don't know yet. Like, I just haven't had time to do any of that because I had a lot of other stuff going on, a lot of other type of videos to do at the time, so I really didn't have any chance to read that story. I've always wanted to do it for like Halloween or something, and I just missed my opportunity once again in favor for a pumpkin carving video. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's creepypasta reading. Wasn't a great one, but in my opinion, it's an okay one. Not as great as like let's say the previous one I just read with the theory about Bowser and King Boo. That's a decent one, pretty good one. It's not like abandoned by Disney or something. Like, it's not that great, but it's all right. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's creepypasta. If you have any suggestions to make any changes to make in this story to make it better, leave it in the comments down below. If you like what you saw here, hit the like button, subscribe, share this video with your friends. Be sure to ring that bell to be part of the notification squad. Be sure to also check out my Instagram because I make collabs with Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, even myself. I also do reenactments and cosplays on there, so go check it out. Be sure to also check out my Tumblrs in the description as well. So until next time, JRDL96 signing out, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace!